Hello students, good morning to all. Today we will discuss the topic heirloom seed. What is heirloom seed? Heirloom seed means organic seeds. They are cultivated without using the synthetic fertilizer, pesticide and herbicides. And the heirloom seeds come from self-pollinated plants. Self-pollinated plants means they pollinated among themselves. These heirloom seeds transfer their unique characters to the next generation. The heirloom seeds are harvested, dried and stored in a proper way to prevent any type of changes in the seed. So students, heirloom seed is a seed of plants that can be carefully cultivated and passed down through many generations. Mostly they come from self-pollinated plants. So these heirloom seeds give a lot of benefits to the grower. Only bio, pesticide and fertilizers used in heirloom seed. Students, next we are going to study about bioindicators. What is the meaning of bioindicators? Bio means living. Indicator means it shows some information. So bioindicators means a group of living organisms whose functions to show the informations about the changes in the soil structure, climate and environment changes and air pollutants in the environment. So they are called as bioindicators. The examples for the bioindicators is lichens. Lichen means nothing but the alga and fungus living together to form a lichens. So the lichen is a natural bioindicator of climate change and show the changes in the temperature, humidity and wind and air pollutants. So it acts as a natural bioindicators. So these lichen gives information about changes in the climate, air quality and other changes in the environment. So bioindicator helps in the development of crop protection. Students, next we are going to study about some agricultural research institution. These agricultural research institutions involved in lot of practice for the development of crops. Indian Agricultural Research Institute, Indian Council of Agricultural Research are some of the institutions which are involved in the agricultural research. The first one is Indian Agricultural Research Institute. It's shortly denoted as IARI. It's mainly established for agricultural research and education. The IARI means Indian Agriculture Research Institute is commonly known as PUSA Institute. It is financed and administered by ICAR, means Indian Council of Agricultural Research Institute. The main aim of this agricultural research institute is meet the needs of farmer and producing high yielding crops. Next, Indian Council of Agricultural Research is shortly denoted as ICAR. It is an autonomous organization, means not under the control of any institution. This research center is responsible for agricultural research and education. The Union Minister of Agriculture is the president of this institution. It works with the Department of Agricultural Research and Education and Ministry of Agriculture. It is the largest network of agricultural research and education institute in the world. Students, next we are going to study about Krishi Vigyan Kendra. Started in 1974 at Pondicherry, it is a farm science center. It makes the links between ICAR and farmers and also apply the agriculture research in the local areas. It has been established in all the states. These Krishi Kendra operate a small farm to test new technologies in seed varieties and innovating new farming method for the farmers. And it organizes many workshops to discuss the modern farming techniques with a group of farmers. These Kendras gives information about weather and market pricing to the farmers through the radio and mobile phones. Mainly, it focuses on crops and cultivation methods. Introduce the new technologies in the farming method and also in the seed varieties. Students, next we are going to study about foliar sprays. What is foliar spray? Foliar spray is a liquid fertilizer. It sprays directly to the leaves of plants. Mostly vermi-wash is used as a foliar spray for the crops. Vermi-wash means earthworm waste. Plants are able to absorb all these essential nutrients through the stomata in their leaves. Mainly the foliar feeding is done in the early morning or in the late evening. So by spraying the liquid fertilizer, the foliar spray, we can supply all kinds of nutrient to the crops. Next, effective microorganism technology. It is shortly denoted as EM. Students, already we know some microorganisms are beneficial to the crops. They supply nutrients to the crops and they protect the plants from the pest and they maintain the soil fertilities. Mainly bacteria, fungi, yeast and other fungi are used as effective microorganisms for the crop production. The bacteria such as nitrogen fixing bacteria and fungi such as yeast, actinomycetes are used as effective microorganisms for plant protections and increasing the nutrient content in the soil. Students, next we are going to study about Panchakavya. Panchakavya is a combination of 5 products. They are cow tongue, cow urine, milk, curd and ghee. All these 5 substances get from the cow. These 5 products are called as Panchakavya. These Panchakavya gives growth to the crops and increasing the immunity power of the crops and resistant to the pest and increasing the yield. These Panchakavya can be prepared by the farmers with these materials on the farm. The Panchakavya can be also used for seed treatment. The seeds are soaked for 20 minutes before sowing to increasing the strength of seeds. Next, vermi wash. What is vermi wash? Vermi wash is a liquid. It is a liquid fertilizer. It is used as a foliar spray for the crops. This liquid is collected from the earthworm waste, vermicompost waste. These vermi-wash is spray on the leaves of plants for their development. Students, next we are going to study about biocontrol methods. What is biocontrol methods? Biocontrol or biological control is a method of controlling the pests. Some pests are harmful to the crops such as insect, mites, weeds are controlled by using the other microorganisms. So it is called as biocontrol methods. In the biological method, the first one is biopredators. Some naturally occurring insect that use the pest for their feeding. So it is called as a predator. Example the insect Chrysopa and Menocillus species eat pests such as aphids, whiteflies, cotton bollworms and leaf insects. Next, biopesticides. Some living organisms are used as a biopesticides to protect the crops from the insects. For example, the fungus Trichoderma viride is used as a biopesticide. It is used to control the various diseases in the crops. Next, some bacteria also used as a biopesticide. The bacteria Bacillus thuringiensis controls the pest in cotton and maize plant. It controls Lepidoptera that attack the cotton and maize plant. Students, the Panchakavya and the neem leaves also used as a biopesticides to control the pest. Next, biorepellent. Repellent means serving to drive away the pest. The compound azadirachtin get from neem leaves. And the marcosa leaves also used as a good biorepellent to drive away the pest from the grains. Students, next we are going to study about biofertilizer. What is fertilizer? Fertilizer is a substance which enrich the soil fertilities. Here some bacteria and fungi are used as a biofertilizers. They fix the nitrogen in the soil and also increasing the soil fertility.